Heyo everybody, Haku here, and it's time for my live reaction bingo for One Piece chapters 1141 and 1142. Extremely excited to read, as I usually am. I feel like my throat's been bothering me for like 2 weeks now, so hopefully my voice isn't too bad. Feels like I'm like struggling with it. But yeah, I am excited because Elbaf has been really good, and I didn't realize until I sat down to record how much more excited I am to read 2 chapters than to read 1 chapter. I don't know, just the mental idea of instead of reading 1 chapter, maybe like 15-20 minutes, and then, oh well, we're done, I have to wait again. It's like, oh no, I get to read double that. So last week I was really busy with the character poll results for Tower of God from like Thursday, Friday through Sunday. So I asked and was told that we're not on break this week. So I was like, okay, well, if we're not on break the next week, I can just do a reaction to 2 chapters at once. So yeah, this is going to be up right now as scans are coming out. I'm recording it fairly early on Friday. I think scans maybe came out before I went to bed last night. So if you want to see this when scans come out, patrons and members get this a bit early. And then if you if you don't want it early, then it comes out publicly for everybody when the official translation's out, just so I don't spoil anybody with my reaction or anything. I try to just like not put any spoilers in the title or thumbnail either, just so you know, people can go in completely unspoiled by me, because I know for me, covering Tower of God not Tower of God, covering One Piece for years and years and years, Tower of God too, but less than One Piece. One Piece has a way bigger problem with this. You know, there are plenty of times for years of covering One Piece that I have been unfortunately spoiled a little bit, at least by other people's titles and thumbnails, and that's really upset me at points in the past. So I definitely don't want to spoil people with my titles and thumbnails. I mentioned Tower of God, just Freudian slip there. That really hasn't happened with Tower of God, but it is definitely, especially in the, you know, space of time where I wasn't covering One Piece for a while there at the end of Wano, I was just getting spoiled constantly by thumbnails and titles and stuff. So One Piece YouTube has a serious problem with that. But either way, I guess because there's so much competition, everybody's in an arms race with each other to clickbait as much as possible. But either way, you'll get these early there, and you'll have a link to the bingo card generator in the... Also, I'm just now noticing my cursor on screen. That is not where my cursor is. A link to the bingo card generator will be in the comments and description as always. You can generate your own bingo card. You can play along as I'm reading, or you can play along on your own. But either way, that is it. Let's get into actually reading. I don't know why I'm so scatterbrained right here and now, but let's see what my bingo card is, then we can start reading. So for me this time, and we get 2 chapters, so hopefully this helps. I have had really poor luck as of late. We have named attack, good. Wano piece, good. Food, good. Beard, good. Marine, screwing up that top row, because those other 4 are pretty easy. Heart pirates, not so great. Flashback, good. Strap Grand Fleet representative, maybe. New name Devil Fruit, don't know about that. Vivi Wappler Morgans, not likely. Devil Fruit Awakening, more likely. Revolutionary, I don't know. Free space, which we can click. Any Strat member, I would hope. Giant child, probably. Blood, sweat, or tears, almost certainly. Bounty reveal, probably not, but maybe. Zoan transformation, I hope. Silhouetted character, maybe. Smoker, probably not. Nika mentioned and Joy Boy mentioned. You know, with the part that it seems like we're in at the story right this second, probably not, but I could not rule it out. Like, maybe we get into some more Frankie stuff, or some more stuff with Chopper and Robin that talks about that. Who knows? God's Knights. Surely, right? Seraphim, you know, that's just not a good space in general. Kid pirates, more likely, I think, than heart pirates, but still not super likely. We are on Elbaf. They were, you know, destroyed off the coast of Elbaf. We'll see. But either way, with all of that aside, let's start reading chapter 1141. And this one's titled Older Women. Okay, then that's like the most interesting title of a chapter that One Piece has ever had. So here we see people chanting "kill, kill," I guess. Ulti crying, and then page one being held down on the ground. It seems like it's hard. It's actually hard to tell what's going on here with page one. Like there's this one guy's hand, and I would assume he's holding page one's head. Did they just decapitate him? Because there's his hand, he's holding a chain. We have page one's body, but I don't see page one's head anywhere. It's really hard to kind of decipher this. Unless one of them is standing on it, but again, it's just the way it's drawn is really scribbly and unclear. Then Oni Child Yamato in the Holy Nadi Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 27, can't hold back the tears of frustration. I'd assume he's fine, just because One Piece, yeah. I think it's just a chain attached to the cuffs on him, and his head is there under who's foot. So this would be quite interesting. They were like, you know, I wish we got more of this stuff in the actual manga itself, but they were orphans taken in by Kaido, so I wonder if Yamato comes in for the save, if they then join Yamato's crew, so to speak, and Yamato starts building kind of her own faction. And then, starting the actual chapter, actually, before starting the actual chapter, we actually have quite a few things. I could say Blood, Sweat, or Tears, and I could say, God, there was something else. Blood, Sweat, or Tears. What else do we have? Not silhouetted character, Zoan transformation. Man, I lost it. Wano Piece. Do I not have Wano Piece? I do have Wano Piece. Okay, easy one. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, I think that's probably it for right this second. There might have been a beard in there, but I'm sure we'll get more. Let's just read the actual chapters, though. I don't want to get distracted too much. They're done ransacking Hoest Castle. What a waste. We've been trekking through this massive castle all day, says Nami. And we don't even have a single giant diamond, pearl, or piece of gold to show for it. Namitaso, you really shouldn't say such things out loud, thinks Roto. It's not like I care about this Loki monster, you know. Loki? Giant diamond. Oh, it's nothing to worry about, pal. Roto to the concerned guards that they're taking with them. Just lay back and get some rest. Namitaso, can you maybe tone it down a bit? Where's all the treasure? Namitaso. Treasure Tree Tour Group. Ain't surprising, but there's a hell of a lot to take in here. It's incredible, says Frankie. To summarize, we basically live on the tree's enormous branches. We see homes, Atom Tree. Each one has a long and rich history of its own. Wow, and that one? That branch was where Hagen Village used to be. Lightning struck it one day and it went up in flames. It had gotten too dry and old, so there was no way to put it out. Are we getting into Enaru stuff? Because again, I've said before, Oda has used in the post-time skip all of the pre-time skip villains, I guess, except for, like, Kuro. He's, like, but, like, the main antagonist, not the East Blue ones, but the ones from Paradise. He's used all of the antagonists for something, and he's used all of the worst generation for something, except for Enel and Uruj haven't really been used yet. So it's like, either we're going to tie them in after Elbaf, or they could even tie in to Elbaf, because we still don't know what's going on at the next sort of, like, strata up from where we're living now. They said there was like another strata up at the top, like the realm of the gods, but we don't know what's going on up there yet. Then the entire branch was severed from the tree to ensure the fire wouldn't spread to any of the other villages. I see. I bet that was a tough call. I guess even Atom trees aren't immune to time. It's kind of like making me wonder, how do they do agriculture here? The entire sorry, I already read that. That's Elbaf's biggest weakness, fire and lightning. And then we see Western Village Feast. Where'd you sneak off to, Nami? Says Usopp. And then I haven't seen Luffy or Zoro anywhere either. They're probably just exploring, and we have Random, I guess? That's right, good thinking. Whoo, Ja Rule, you've got to meet our genius navigator. Oh, ain't she a beauty? Okay, that's Nami returning. It's not a random. So he's greeting Nami as she comes back, and then she's covering for Zoro and Luffy. Oh, ain't she a beauty? Hi, you pervy old man, is she your type? Boshasha, my type, huh? Honestly, I'm into older women. That's such a good panel. That's such a good panel. You're the oldest guy in the world. He slaps the sword in his head. There's no way you'll find a woman like that. Dah. Youch. Elder Ja Rule. What if Usopp just straight up killed Ja Rule? Usopp, keep your mitts off the elder's sword. Shut up, Dory. Hey, anyone want to try pulling out Excalibur? Don't. The blood loss will kill him. Oh my, he's so drunk. And we have drunk Brook as well. Look who's talking. And, then, I guess it can't be helped, though. This was his dream, making it all the way here. Wahaha, you can tell. Huh? Something's off. Where's Gurchen? Sanji. Very good. Since we're seemingly cutting again, let me check in here. We have any Straw Hat member. We got all of that. I don't think we saw Hyradine yet. At least I didn't see him in there. Beard for sure. Probably food. I would have to go back and double check. I'm just glancing through really quick before I continue. Okay. Just wanted to look through a little bit before I continued on. Let's see. I'm just glancing up real quick. Yeah, we did see some food up there. So I'll mark food next time I go back to the bingo board. They have bone fractures, and it looks like and one of them looks like they've been stabbed. You really think a normal human could cause that kind of damage? What happened? Out with it. These guards are no jokes. What are you up to? And we have her tending to the injured guards. Nothing. I was merely up there doing research so I can improve my block castle. But I found the front door all sliced up, and the guards were... Are you hot? You're sweating bullets. Because you keep staring at me. I'm going to question the guards. No, they need rest. Well, I'm going to tell Elder Ja Rule. But that'll ruin the party for him. You can't do that till you get all the facts straight. Nobody likes a party pooper. If this Loki business gets out before Luffy, Tasso, and the others return, I'll be labeled a conspirator. Hopefully Loki just takes off once he's free. He can raise hell overseas for all I care. The only thing that worries me is that red hair look-alike. Spill it. You know something, don't you? And he got beaten up by Gerd. Gah. Realm of the Dead. Hey, Luffy. This isn't the scene I pictured from your description. He wasn't like this when I saw him. The animals have been attacked too. Hang in there, guys. And we have Loki bleeding out. Loki, what happened? Who did this? He's big, even for a giant. Loki, say something. He's still breathing. We see the fog coming from his breath. Don't give him the key yet, Luffy. This changes things. It's not like he can go on a rampage with these wounds. Come on, Zoro, lend me a hand? Those chains must be made from sea stone. And he starts falling off because, yeah, Loki, of course, would be a devil fruit user. What could have taken out all these big beasts? Hold on, Luffy. Let's wait a bit. This giant's about to die. We've got to help him. We don't know him a thing. I haven't spoken to him, but we shouldn't take his bad reputation lightly. This guy's as big as oars. If we let him run loose, it may not end pretty, even for a country like Elbaf. Just wait. And then... Whoa, what the heck, Zoro? And he kicks. Yeah. And then, seems those bloody wounds are definitely the real deal, so he's not faking. So he's testing him. Damn you, what the hell? He's dead. He flops back over. If he is dead, that was simply his fate. You could be a real jerk. Fine, I'll go along with unlocking him. But let's leave some sea stone around one of his legs. We can talk it out more once he regains consciousness. Okay, so we still won't get the reveal of his devil fruit. We still won't get to see what it is. I like that we're freeing him because Zoro can tell he's injured, so, you know, he's already injured anyway. But we're not taking any chances with the devil fruit. Alright then, let's go fetch Chopper. The library's way too far away. I bet we'll find a doctor partying back at the village, though. If they find out we freed Loki, they'll banish us, won't they? Then we'll be banished. We've got no choice. I'm going to call a doctor. We should stock up on meat too, right? Knowing you, you won't be at your best if you don't eat. There's plenty of meat over there. And no way! Luffy's reaction. Don't even. This whole, scene, this whole interaction's been amazing. Don't even joke about something like that. Those guys are my buddies. I could just go hunting in the mountains later. Meat's meat, isn't it? Anyone who becomes my friend is off the menu. Alright. My bad. Let's find a doctor first. Uh-huh. He reacts to something. Huh? Please don't do it. I told you, island clouds can't sustain themselves in the realm of the dead. Okay, we have Hyrudine's crew coming in, all 5 of them. I thought we could use their last bit of buoyancy before they disappear. I'll save you, Gerd-chan. And it's interesting then, was maybe Hyrudine's father massive like Loki is? And that's the reason Loki's so big, but because Hyrudine's mother was from a different tribe, maybe that's why Hyrudine isn't that massive. I'll save you, Gerd-chan. Okay, and Sanji's coming with them, so we'll have the monster trio here. We couldn't waste time getting a lift. This is an emergency. If Loki escapes, all hell will break loose. It's all over. We're all gonna die. Sorry, guys, I made the wrong call. I don't blame you, but you were thinking about the safety of Elbaf. What a life. And then, Gomu Gomu no Fusen, Balloon saves them. Straw Hat! Ha ha ha! And they get bounced back off. Kya! Thank you. Even walking away from that hurt is a miracle. If it weren't for you, we'd be dead for sure. Then, we had to hurry though. I'm glad we made it in time. Please, don't go through with your plan to release Loki Strat. Okay, so, I don't think we have too much more in this chapter. Now that Hyrudine's here, this could be cool. Maybe before they free him, Loki's going to tell the backstory of what really happened. So it's going to be the monster trio and Hyrudine's crew knowing the truth about Loki and the truth about what really happened, but then everybody else won't get the truth yet. I forced Roto to spill the beans. Forgive me, Luffy Tasso. You can't trust Loki. He's a cunning, ruthless trickster, black-hearted and beyond redemption. Since we were kids, even when he did or said something nice, it was all a lie. He's a fiend who betrays others without a second thought, Luffy's face. Loki's a threat to the entire world. I'm afraid you're already too late. Huh? He looks over, and Loki stands up. Okay, so they already freed him except for the one leg, and we see how massive he is standing. Loki! What? I could have sworn he was out cold. He grabs onto a weapon. Stop it! And he smiles. Loki, put Ragnir down. The accursed prince rises. What a cool chapter. This was we spent so much time with the Luffy-Zoro interactions, and they were so good. They were so fun. I like that we jumped around, caught up a little with what all the different characters are doing, and then here, it's really good. I mentioned, the Luffy-Zoro interactions, but also having Zoro test be like, okay, he's not faking, they're real injuries, so it's fair enough to release him, even though he's super powerful. We can probably take him if he's injured and everything. And then still having the wherewithal to be like, but we'll leave one of the Kairoseki, cuffs on him. Hopefully he doesn't just chop his leg off. We'll leave one of the cuffs on him so he can't use his Devil Fruit abilities. But also, that's crazy. Somebody that's that massive also having a Devil Fruit is just insane. Or's size, probably even more physically imposing than Or's, just the way he looks, and then having a Devil Fruit on top of that. And like I said, it could be a really funny thing if they had him have the Gomu Gomu no Mi, where he has the Gomu Gomu no Mi but thinks he has the Nika Fruit, whereas Luffy has the Nika Fruit thinking he has the Gomu Gomu no Mi. So if he has the same or similar powers to Luffy here. But also, like I said, theory-wise, we still have another chapter. I don't have to wait. I'm so glad I don't have to wait because of this kind of theory idea, I guess. Now that Hyrudine's crew is here, we could have Loki telling the real story of what happened with his father, with Shamrock and all of that, right here while Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Hyrudine's crew are here to hear it. Okay, very cool stuff. Before we head into the next chapter, I want to mark off some of these. We've got Named Attack. I don't think we actually saw Named Attack here. We just saw a couple of simple attacks. None of them were named. We did see food, though. Of course, no marine. No heart pirates, definitely. I don't believe we saw any flashback, not yet at least. Then Grand Fleet Representative, we have Hyridine. New name Devil Fruit, no, but we could maybe get that next chapter. No Vivi Polar Morgans, no Devil Fruit Awakening yet. No Revolutionaries. We cut away from the giant children, and we didn't have a flashback to Child Hyridine yet. No Zoan transformation yet. I don't think we saw Chopper or anything like that. Or I guess no silhouetted character. Yeah, no mention of Nika or Joy Boy. Wow, and no God's Knights. This would have been a rough one if I was only doing one chapter. Alright, let's go into the second. Chapter 1142 is titled The Things I Find Scary. And we have Yamato coming in. And then Oni-Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage. Give back the sword and the girls. Thunder Bagua. Okay, so we have the Blunder Bagua has returned. That's the name that I was forgetting of the attack before. The return of the Blunder Bagua. Probably one shot to Who's Who, because I just imagine that's going to be a one shot. Then potentially just Yamato collecting a crew of maybe Ultium Page 1. Maybe if Tama sticks around, then we could see a crew formed there. We see the sword flying out of Who's Who's hands. That will count as a named attack, though. We got the Blunder Bagua. Then the children are in an uproar. Miss, 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 miss. Help us, miss. There's a huge snake in the schoolyard. It's Jormungandr, the world serpent that'll end the week. And there's a pun on shumatsu, which is a homophone of weekend in Japanese. Then, end the week. Like, Saturday? Yeah, it's gonna eat us. Everyone get in the school. This is interesting. I'm not sure what this is going to be. I don't think it's Kiringan. I don't think it's their power, is it? Because I think they were already transformed. So I wonder if it's something like summoned by Summers or something even. We have all the kids running away. Or maybe it is just an actual creature that lives there on the island. Walrus School staff room. Teachers, it's an emergency. There really is a big snake out there. Is it a beast from the realm of the dead? What's it doing in the sun realm? I hope we can get everyone out. We're getting some intro boxes. Mathematics teacher, Mr. Bride. Let's call, or Braid probably. Let's call the chiefs. And we see that he has horns. Walrus School principal, Mr. Kiba. Then, but in the meantime, the kids are language arts teacher, librarian, Miss Anje. Miss, it's gonna eat Iger-kun. Wah! We see a big 2-page spread. Out of the way. The walrus principal runs in and bonks it with a hammer. That's actually really cool. Okay, he actually, feats already got to be really cool. And he, bashes its face to send its head upward. And then we see Saul jumping down from one of the branches. Sorry I'm late. Leave it to me, Kiba. And he was a, vice admiral, right? So he should be, really strong. Final, and we see he uses armament haki. Exorcization. Kanji is demonic purification, but it's a play on final exam. And he just bonks its head downward. Kya! Wah! What the? It's the principal. Ow, my back. Thanks for the hand, Saul. Don't mention it. But what's the deal with the snake? Mr. Saul, former giant warrior pirate, Principal Kiba. I didn't know the principal was a warrior. Mr. Saul's as strong as they say. He used to be a marine, right? Cool. So, there are monsters in the realm of the sun too, Saul? It's huge. You get the occasional wild animals, but this... Is it because of Loki being freed, maybe? Sorry, everyone. I didn't mean to scare you. Thanks so much. Wow, Mr. Wolf. What now? School interior. Huh? Mr. Wolf? What happened? PE teacher, Mr. Wolf. I'm fine, but the children... What happened? Ilva and the others just walked off. They didn't say a word. Where'd they go? You're friends with that Luffy guy, right? Yeah. Did he do something to you? Be careful, Mr. Saul. The children, don't touch them. And then he looks back. Where'd Ilva and the others go? That way, toward the beach. Sir, what's wrong with them? They look like they were sleepwalking. Is this like a Pied Piper type of thing? Sleepwalking? Yeah. So in their sleepwalking, did Wolf try to stop them? And the reason he's saying don't touch them is he tried to stop them, but with whatever power is compelling them to walk away, it either caused them to attack him and he didn't fight back because he didn't want to hurt them, or it is just an effect that if you try to touch them to stop them, it causes you to receive damage. They're not waking up. Come back, where are you all going? Okay, and we see an arrow directing them, so this must be part of the arrow fruit. Come back, where are you all going? Sound the horn. The entire country needs to be alerted. Isn't that overkill, Kiba? Something's off, Saul. Look at the forest. They sound a horn. Huh? What the? More monsters? Where did they come from? No one could call it overkill after seeing this. Principal? The kids are passing out. What's happening? Wake up, everyone. What? I don't understand. Hey, is that Conqueror's Haki, maybe? What's going on? Put me down, Saul. Let me examine them. Okay, help them with whatever this is. We gotta stop the other kids and get them to safety. Okay, before we continue, this is really compelling. I don't know why they were knocked out. It could be long-range Conqueror's Haki, or there could be something more wrong with them. The ones walking away look like they're directed by an arrow, so that seems to be a part of Gunko's power. But so I wonder if them passing out and maybe the creatures being sent up here, maybe that has to do with Loki being freed. Maybe his Conqueror's Haki is strong enough that it's just passively taking out the children because they're not strong enough to resist it. And maybe all the creatures are like fleeing upwards from his presence, maybe? But either way, before I continue with that, we have plenty that we can go in on. We have the named attack Blunderbagua. Marine, I could cheat and say Saul, but he's not a Marine anymore, so it doesn't count. I don't think there's a flashback here. I might have to look back and see. No new named Devil Fruit. We don't have an awakening that we've actually seen yet. We do have the giant children, though. And we have a Zoan transformation because we see Chopper. And we had silhouettes of those animals, so I think that counts. Yeah, this might be all we get. I don't think we actually saw Gunko, we just saw the arrow, so that doesn't count. And that's where we are. Still quite unlucky, it would seem. Okay, we have a whole scene to get to, though. Realm of the Dead. Did you think just keeping one Seastone shackle on would be enough to sap my strength? How naive. If you care about keeping Elbaf safe, remove the last shackle. Rest assured, even in my current state, I'm far from helpless. Loki, says Hybridine again, he's towering even over the other giants. But it's interesting to note that, you know, his weapon, instead of being called Mjolnir, was called Ragnar, like Ragnarok. It's interesting that we're taking these sorts of inspirations and just sort of mixing them together. And I like that it's not so straightforward as like, oh, his dad is named Odin and he's using the Mjolnir. I like that it's not so straightforward. But he says if you care about keeping Elbaf safe, remove the last shackle, as if he's going to protect the place from the God Knights. You, what's his deal? I'd hurry if I were you. If I strike, the flames will rage. You know about Elbaf's greatest weakness, right? I'll wipe you all out, and we see lightning come from the hammer. Stop it, Loki. He slams it against the tree, and we see shading on the monster trio's faces, and to Hybridine's crew. A bolt of lightning comes down to strike the base of the tree. Was that lightning? Elder Jarul, a fire's broken out in the south. I heard a horn blare too. This is bad. Put it out. Walrus School. So Luffy might actually, freeing Loki might actually have brought some destruction. Mr. Salt, Principal. All these monsters, I recognize them. Are you serious, Sanjay? It was just earlier today. It's Loki. He can use his hammer to destroy the world. Nuh-uh, the one who's going to do that is Nika. Nika mentioned. Hey, look at mine. I drew Loki because he's the scariest. No way, Fenrir's the most frightening. Don't stand on the table. No, it's ghosts. Draugr. A storm. Ne- oh, is this like the Needhog or whatever? Jormungandr. My mommy. Are you kids finished? I love the one Usopp looking kid looking so uninterested in the background. Do you see that one? The one with the Usopp nose? She just looks like so done with all this. That's funny. And it's interesting to note it looks like a couple of the giant children still have horns. Like not just on the helmets, but ones on their heads. Miss, thinking about this stuff is going to give me nightmares. Hee, sorry, Ylva. But these drawing and writing exercises really let your personalities shine. Each of you has a unique perspective, and your imaginations are amazing. All the beasts are the things the kids fear most. That's crazy. This is their nightmare world. Okay, so okay. This is cool. So the kids were put to sleep with the sleepwalking and are directed by the arrow, but somebody's power, whether it's Loki or one of the God Knights, probably one of the God Knights I would assume, one of their powers is to bring their nightmares into reality then. That's why the Jormungandr was there. And that also means that we have the Nightmare Loki, we have the Nightmare Loki, we have Fenrir, we have Nightmare Nika. That's where all these creatures are coming from. We have the Nightmare Mommy, the one who said my mommy. The Draugr in there. That is a really cool panel. This is such a cool idea for a power, and it's going to be so fun to see all of the giant children's nightmares as like enemies to be fought. That's so fun. That is such a fun idea for this arc. Alright, that should do it. And then Kiringan... Is it that he's asleep and then wakes up and says that? Yep, good work, Kiringan. I'll let it up once those runts reach the ship. Do you think they'll be able to get them back? Okay. So Kiringam's power is the one, I guess, maybe to enter people's dreams and pull out their nightmares. Or maybe that's the awakened thing, is the awakening, is he can pull nightmares out into the real world. Okay. So I wonder if his fruit is a Kirin fruit, or if he just looks like that, and his fruit is something else. Gee-ha-ha, says Summers. So we have Summers' laugh. To love is to inevitably hurt one another. Ain't that right, Gunko? What scares you the most? Nika. And then Elbaf in turmoil, and it ends there. Saying Nika. So is it true, a lot of people theorizing that Gunko is like a part or aspect of Emu. I wonder then. That's really cool. Also, I personally think maybe not part or aspect of Emu, that might be a bit much, but we weren't shown Gunko's family name like we were told for the rest of them. I think at least, though, Gunko's family name could be Nerona, and she could be from the same family as Emu. If we're getting into like the 19 families and everything. Man, that's so cool. I was completely wrong. I thought we were going to get the story from Loki this chapter, but instead of that, this is such a cool idea for the arc. I love this. I think it's awesome. Before I end the video, though, really quick, I'll go and check through these, see if I missed anything. We did see a flashback because of Anjay and the students there. No name for a new devil fruit, but Kirin, whether it's a Kirin fruit, can Kirins do things with dreams or nightmares? I wouldn't think so, but you know, maybe I'm not up to date on Kirin lore. Maybe his fruit is something different and he just looks like that. Maybe his family just looks like that, the Limusiv or whatever. No Viviwapple or Morgans. No. Well, Devil Fruit Awakening, I guess you would count that because Kiringam has the thing, so that has to be Awakening, you would think. Oh, God's Knights. Okay, we finally... Thank goodness. I thought we just weren't going to get a bingo. On this whole 2-chapter thing, I just thought I wasn't going to get a bingo. And we also had a mention of Nika. So Marine, I could have had a triple bingo if I got a Marine or if we counted Saul as a Marine. But either way, gotta end things here. Very fun set of 2 chapters. That first chapter was so good. And the second chapter, I was expecting one thing, got something completely different. And rather than being disappointed, I think it's so exciting. I can't wait to see where the art goes in the future. See what happens with Loki, because Loki is a very exciting character. See what happens with the school and everything. Now I'm excited for the school characters. I'm excited for the God Knights. I'm excited for fighting against the children's nightmares. I even think the children have been developed into pretty good art characters. I really love when Oda takes the time to give us fun and good arc characters. So I love all these, like we're getting Oda boxes and all these new art characters. I love that. We have Hyrudine's crew down here now, so I'm excited for what can be done with them as characters. So yeah, all of this very, very good. But yeah, we're ending here. Like if you did like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of these chapters, my thoughts and reaction, how you did on bingo if you played along. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. Please subscribe if you would like to. I do One Piece every week, basically. We're on break next week, though. Plus a ton of other non-One Piece stuff. Just a massive amount of other non-One Piece stuff. So sub if you would like to. If you'd like to help support the channel by dropping a super thanks, that's always appreciated. But if you want to get these videos early before the official translation comes out, and if you want to help support the channel and get your name at the end of videos, then you can hit join down below to become a channel member, or go to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you so much to people who are already patrons and channel members. Thank you to Chosen Regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls, FR Nono, JA and the D-Ban, Jeriton Students, David Langstaff and Folded Gold, Slayer Candidate, SG, and Pure Elements, Pate Arial, and I believe Elsa the Storyteller just became a Pure Element. I haven't had time to update this yet. I'll update it before my next video. So I did want to say thank you to Elsa the Storyteller for joining up as a patron. I just haven't had time to update this yet. I will do it before my next video though. So thank you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting, and I'll see you all next time.